Story 1. The Locker's Hunger. I'm standing in Westview High's main hallway, the air heavy with floor wax and the sour tang of sweaty gym bags. It's my first day as a sophomore, and the corridor's a mess. Kids shoving, lockers clanging, sneakers screeching on the tiles. The fluorescent lights buzz like angry bees, their yellow glow making everyone look half dead, even at 7:30 a.m. My backpack's killing my shoulder, stuffed with notebooks and a schedule I'm already dreading. I'm hunting for locker 237, my heart pounding, because the rumors about it are wild blood curses. A kid named Danny who got eaten by it or something. I roll my eyes, thinking it's just dumb high school gossip. But when I spot 237 at the hall's end, my stomach knots. The locker's paint is chipped, a sickly green that stands out like a bruise against the shiny new ones. Kids steer clear, like it's got a stench they can smell from 10 feet away. The door scratched to hell, deep gouges forming twisted shapes, like someone clawed at it with a knife. Or something worse. I fumble with the combination, 17-34-8, my fingers slipping on the cold metal dial, so icy it stings. The lock clicks, and the door groans open, letting out a rotten smell, like meat left in the sun. Inside, it's empty, except for a sticky red smear on the back wall, glistening like fresh blood. I gag, my sneakers scuffing the floor, and spot a crumpled note stuck in the corner, graph paper soaked crimson. I grab it, the paper squelching, and see one word scrawled in black ink, feed. My heart's hammering. I shove the note in my jeans, telling myself it's a sick prank. I toss my books in, the thud echoing too loud, like the lockers swallowing them. When I slam the door, the bang rattles my teeth, and the hallway goes quiet for a split second. Kids chatter, dropping like they felt it too. I shake it off and head to homeroom, the notes, wet weight dragging at my pocket, the blood smell clinging to my fingers. That night, I'm sprawled on my bed, my room lit by my phone's glow. My walls are plastered with band posters and a starry sky print, but they feel like they're closing in. The ceiling fan clicks lazily, stirring the humid air, and I'm scrolling through group chats about homework and who's crushing on who. But my brain's stuck on locker 237. Then I hear it, a wet, gurgling whisper, saying my name, like it's bubbling up from a drain. I bolt upright, my blanket tangling around my legs, heart slamming against my ribs. My window's locked, the street outside dead under the streetlight's orange haze. I tell myself it's nothing, just stress. But when I check my pocket, the note's there, the blood now dry, the word feed darker, like it's bleeding through the paper. Next day, the hallway's worse. The lights flicker as I near 237. Their buzz louder, like a swarm in my skull. Kids' voices sound far away, like I'm sinking underwater. I open the locker, and my books are there, but they're soaked, pages dripping red, the blood pooling at the bottom. Another note's taped inside, same graph paper, same ink. I'm hungry. My breath catches, and I spin around, expecting some jerk to laugh, but the hall's empty. Kids rushing to class like I'm invisible. I grab my stuff, blood smearing my hands, and slam the locker shut, the clang echoing like a scream. In English, I'm doodling in my notebook, the teacher droning about the outsiders. The room smells like chalk and cheap body spray. The windows steamed from too many kids packed in. My friend Mia, with her purple-streaked hair and chipped black nails, nudges me. "You look like death, dude," she whispers, her hoop earrings catching the light. I show her the notes, my hand still sticky. Her eyes go wide, her gum popping. "That's 237, right? Danny's locker. He went missing, and they found blood in there. Never explained it. Kids say it eats people." I scoff, trying to act chill, but my fingers tremble, and that gurgling whisper from last night stuck in my head. After school, I'm at the smoothie shop where I work. The blenders roar, drowning out the pop radio. The neon sign hums, splashing pink light on my apron as I mix strawberry and spinach for a customer. My co-worker Jay, a senior with a skateboard and a lazy grin, sees I'm off. "What's wrong, newbie?" he asks, scrubbing the counter. I spill about the locker, the blood, the notes. His grin vanishes, his dark eyes narrowing. My cousin knew Danny. Said he was freaking out before he disappeared, talking about his locker wanting blood. You gotta ditch 237, man. I gnawed, but the thought of facing it tomorrow makes my gut churn. That night, the whispers are louder. My name gurgled like it's coming from my closet. I yanked my blanket up, the fabric cold, my room glowing faintly from my alarm clock. The fan's dead, and the voice says, "Feed me." I check my phone, 2:37 a.m., and the notes on my floor, though I left it in my bag. The word feed is wet again, blood pooling around it, soaking my carpet. I don't sleep, my heart racing till dawn paints my walls orange. At school, I beeline for the office, the secretary's coffee breath hitting me as I beg for a new locker. She sighs, her glasses fogging, and says 237's all they've got. I trudge to the hallway, the air freezing near the locker. Its doors cracked open, though I locked it. Inside, my books are gone, replaced by a pile of stuff. Danny's hoodie, crusted with dried blood, a shattered phone, a notebook with his name. My hands shake as I flip it open, pages smeared red, the word feed scrawled over and over, the handwriting frantic, like he was terrified. The last page is my name, in my own writing, but I didn't do it. I'm about to bolt when the locker door slams, the bang like a bone snapping. The hallway's empty, lights dimming, and the whispers start, wet and loud, from inside. Feed me, feed me, feed me. My sneakers slip as I back up, but the air's thick, like I'm wading through syrup. The locker scratches glow red, forming Danny's face, his eyes black holes, his mouth gaping, dripping blood. I scream, but the sound's gone. The hallway twisting, the locker growing, like it's gonna swallow me. Something wet grabs my wrist, cold and slimy, pulling me toward the open door, where blood pools like a lake. I don't know how I break free, but I'm in the parking lot gasping, the sun blinding, kids staring as they head to soccer practice. I ditch school, biking home, the wind cutting my face, the whisper still in my ears. That night, I'm in my room, door locked, chair jammed under the knob. The note's gone, but the whispers aren't. They're in my head, gurgling feed like a sick chant. I don't go back to locker 237. I can't. But at night, when my room's too quiet, I hear it, my name, wet and hungry, waiting for me to bleed. Story 2, the library's mind. I'm slouched at a rickety table in Westview High's library, the air heavy with the musty stench of old books, dusty carpet, and a faint metallic tang, like blood left to dry. It's a dreary Tuesday after school, and I'm stuck here for detention because I mouthed off in math class, calling Mr. Kessler's pop quiz a joke, loud enough for everyone to snicker. The library's massive, a labyrinth of dark oak shelves that groan like they're alive, their rows stretching into shadowy corners with flickering fluorescent lights barely reach. The tall, arched windows are crusted with grime, letting in weak, gray sunlight that makes the room feel like it's trapped in a fog. My sneakers tap the creaky floorboards, the sound sharp in the oppressive quiet, and my heart's already racing because this place gives me the chills. Kids at school whisper about the library, books that move, pages that bleed, kids who stay too late and come back wrong, quiet, like something sucked out their soul. I scoff at the stories, thinking it's just high school drama. But when I glance at the librarian, Miss Harrow, my skin crawls like I've stepped into a freezer. Ms. Harrow's hunched behind her desk, her gray hair scraped into a tight bun, her glasses glinting under the lights like she's always watching, even when she's not. She's bony, her fingers long and gnarled, nails yellow and splintered like she's been clawing at wood or flesh. She's stamping books, each thump echoing like a heartbeat, bouncing off the high ceiling with its peeling paint and cobwebs dangling like ghostly threads. No talking, no phones, no trouble. She snaps, her voice sharp as a blade, sliding a detention slip across her desk. Read something useful, or you'll be here all week. Her eyes lock on mine, cold and piercing, and I swear her pupils are too big, like black holes swallowing the light. I notice a stain on her blouse, dark, maybe ink, but it's too thick, too red, like blood that hasn't dried. I swallow hard, grab the slip, and mutter, "Yes, ma'am." my voice barely a whisper. I shuffle back to my table, my chair scraping the floor like a scream, the sound making my teeth ache. I slump down, my backpack thudding beside me, stuffed with crumpled notebooks, a leaky pen, and a half-eaten granola bar that's probably stale. The library's silence is like a weight on my chest, broken only by the light's angry buzz, like a swarm of bees trapped in the ceiling, and Ms. Harrow's wet, rattling cough, like she's got something stuck in her throat. I need something to do, so I wander to the nearest shelf, my sneakers squeaking, the floorboards groaning under my weight like they're complaining. The books are ancient, their spines cracked, titles faded, some in weird, swirly letters that make my head throb when I stare too long. I grab one at random, its cover rough like dried skin, a deep red that reminds me of raw meat, no title, just a carved symbol that looks like an eye with too many pupils. I carry it back, the book heavier than it should be, like it's fighting me, and crack it open, the pages releasing a cloud of dust and a sour stench, like spoiled milk mixed with rust. The words are handwritten, the ink black but smudged, like someone wrote it while shaking. I squint, and one line jumps out. I know what you're afraid of. My stomach flips, my fingers freezing on the page, cold as ice. It's just a creepy book, I tell myself, some weird story or a prank by some senior. But my heart's pounding like I've run a mile. I force myself to read, the library's quiet pressing against my ears like I'm underwater. The journal, it's definitely a journal, talks about a kid named Riley, a junior who got detention last spring and never came back to school. The words paint his life in freaky detail, his fights with his dad over bad grades, his fear of drowning after nearly dying at a swim meet, how he hated being alone in the cafeteria, surrounded by kids who ignored him. Then it gets worse. It starts describing my day, like it's spying on me. My yelling match with my mom this morning, her voice sharp as she called me useless over my messy room, the dirty dishes I left in the sink, the way I froze in math, my face burning when Mr. Kessler sneered at my blank quiz, the whole class giggling, even the dumb moment at lunch when I spilled soda on my jeans, Mia laughing so hard she snorted. My hands tremble, the pages so cold they sting, and when I flip to the next one, it's blank, except for my name scrawled in red ink, dripping like fresh blood, pooling at the page's bottom, soaking through to the next sheet. I slam the book shut, the bang echoing like a gunshot, my breath ragged. Ms. Harrow doesn't look up, but her lips twitch like she's holding back a grin, her glasses glinting like she sees right through me. I shove the book away, its cover scraping the table, leaving a faint red smear of blood. No, it's gotta be ink. I stumble to another shelf, my heart hammering, and grab a different book, its spine cracked, pages yellowed like old teeth. This one's worse, sketches, pencil drawings of me, my face twisted in panic, my eyes wide, my hands gushing blood, nails torn off like I've been clawing at a wall. The text reads, "You can't hide your fears. They're mine now." My chest tightens, and a sharp, burning pain stabs my fingers. I look down, and my nails are bleeding, the skin split, blood dripping onto the table, splattering my detention slip, turning it red. I gasp, shoving my hands into my hoodie, but the pain's real, like I've jammed them in a shredder. The book's open to a new page, my name scrawled again, the ink wet, glistening, like it's fresh from a vein. The library's air feels thicker, the shadows and the stacks moving, like they're inching closer, their edges blurry, like they're made of smoke. I lurch to Ms. Harrow's desk, my sneakers leaving bloody smudges on the floor, my hands throbbing, blood soaking through my sleeves. I need to leave. I croak, my voice shaking like I'm about to cry. She looks up, her glasses reflecting the buzzing lights, her eyes cold as ice. "You're not done reading," she says, her voice low, almost a hiss. Her teeth flash, too sharp, like she'd been filing them, jagged and yellow. Her hands grip a book, its pages stained red, her nails digging into the cover, leaving crescent marks. I notice her fingers now, too long, the skin peeling at the tips, revealing something dark and wet underneath, like raw meat. I back away, my heart slamming, and the library shifts, the shelves twist, leaning inward like They're gonna crush me. The books pulsing like they've got hearts, their covers oozing red, dripping onto the floor in slow, sticky rivers. I grab another book, desperate, but it's Riley's journal again, pages crammed with his fears, drowning in black water, spiders crawling over his face, being forgotten by everyone he loves. Then it switches to mine, failing every class, my mom screaming she hates me, my friends ditching me at lunch, laughing as I sit alone with my tray. The words burn my eyes, and I feel them on my skin, like ants burrowing, itching, stinging, leaving welts that ooze blood. I scream, but the sound's trapped, the library swallowing it like a hungry beast. I hear Mia outside, my friend with the purple-streaked hair and chipped black nails, banging on the library door, yelling my name. Her voice is muffled, like she's shouting through water. But it's her. I know her jingly hoop earrings, her backpack slung over one shoulder, her loud laugh. I sprint to the door, my sneakers slipping in blood, my blood, I think, though it's everywhere, pooling under the tables, seeping from the walls. The glass is fogged, Mia's shadow blurry, her fists pounding, but the door's locked, the handle cold and slick, like it's coated in slime. Mia, I shout, my throat raw, but her banging fades, like she's being dragged away. The books crash from the shelves, pages tearing, blood splattering the floor, spelling my name in jagged, dripping letters. Ms. Harrow's behind me now, her breath hot and sour, like rotting meat, whispering, "The library knows you. It's always known." My fingers are raw, nails gone, blood streaming down my wrists, soaking my hoodie, dripping onto my jeans. The books write themselves, my fears playing out in my head, my mom's face twisted in hate, Mia laughing as she walks away. My grades all FS, my future gone. It's like a movie, but I'm trapped in it, my chest tight, my head splitting like it's gonna burst. I claw at the door, my hands leaving bloody streaks, the glass cracking, spider webbing under my weight. But it won't break. The shelves close in, there with groaning like snapping bones, the books screaming my name, their pages flapping like wings. Something cold slithers up my leg, like a hand made of ink, pulling me back toward the stacks where the shadows are thickest. My skin burns where it touches, blisters forming, popping, oozing blood and black gunk that smells like death. I kick, my sneakers smearing the floor, but the grip tightens, and Ms. Harrow's laughing, a wet, gurgling sound, like she's choking on blood. "You can't leave," she says, her face inches from mine, her glasses gone, her eyes black voids, her mouth stretching too wide, teeth glinting like knives. The library's alive, the walls pulsing like flesh, the ceiling dripping red, like it's raining blood, soaking my hair, my clothes, stinging my eyes. The floor's sticky, sucking at my shoes, and the air so thick I can't breathe. My lungs burning, my vision blurring. I stumble back, tripping over a fallen book, its pages open to a sketch of me, my face melting, my eyes bleeding, my mouth sewn shut. The pain's everywhere now, my hands, my legs, my face, like my skin's peeling off in strips. I feel something crawl up my arm, wet and cold, like a tongue licking my skin. And when I look, it's ink, black and thick, burrowing into my veins, turning them black, bulging under my skin. I scream again, but the library eats the sound, and the shelves are closer, their books reaching, pages wrapping around my arms, cutting like paper, blood welling up in thin, stinging lines. Ms. Harrow's voice is everywhere, echoing in my skull, saying my name, listing my fears, her laugh mixing with the buzz of the lights, the drip of blood, the rustle of pages. I'm losing it, my mind fraying, my fears real alive, clawing at me from inside and out. I don't know how I get out, but I'm in the school parking lot, gasping, the sun blinding, my eyes burning from blood and tears. Kids stare, their soccer cleats clacking as they head to practice, whispering about the freak kid covered in red. My hands are bandaged. When did that happen? But they throb, blood seeping through the gauze, staining my bike's handlebars as I pedal home. The wind bites my face. The libraries whisper still in my ears, saying my name, listing my fears like a sick song. That night, I'm in my room, door locked, my desk lamp flickering, casting shadows that twist like they're alive. The book's on my bed, though I swear I left it at school, its pages open to my name, blood dripping onto my sheets, soaking through to the mattress. My posters, band logos, a starry sky, look dull, like the library's drained their color. I don't sleep, my heart racing, my hands burning, the whispers louder, saying you're mine. The next day, I skip school, my phone buzzing with Mia's texts. Where are you? You okay? I can't answer, my fingers too raw, my head too full of the library's voice. I stay in my room, curtains drawn, the daylight weak, like it's scared to come in. But the book's still there, new pages filled with my fears, me failing, alone, forgotten, my skin peeling, my blood pooling. I try to burn it in the backyard, the flames roaring, the smoke black and thick, smelling like rust and rot. The whispers stop for a night, and I think I'm safe. But the next evening, another book's on my desk, identical, my name bleeding through the cover, the pages wet, sticky, like they're fresh from a wound. I don't go back to the library. I can't. But at night, when my room's too quiet, I hear it, my name, whispered like a knife, waiting for me to read again, to give it my fears, my blood, my everything. Story 3, The Lab's Flesh. I'm standing in Westview High Science Lab, the air sharp with the sting of bleach and a sickly sweet smell, like fruit gone bad, mixed with something meaty and wrong. It's a Wednesday after school, and I'm here for extra credit because my biology grade's in the gutter after flunking a test on cells, mitosis, meiosis. I didn't get any of it. The lab's a chaotic sprawl of long tables cluttered with beakers, microscopes, and jars of creepy specimens, frogs, worms, even a pig fetus, floating in murky yellow liquid that catches the light like oil. The fluorescent lights hum like a swarm of flies, their harsh glare bouncing off the cracked linoleum floor, scuffed and stained from years of kids spilling who knows what. My sneakers stick slightly as I walk, like the floor's coated in something that never washes out, and my heart's already pounding because this place feels off. Kids at school say the lab's cursed, experiments go haywire, students get sick, and the teacher, Mr. Vance, is straight up weird. I brush it off as high school gossip, but when I spot Mr. Vance at the front, my stomach knots like I've swallowed a rock. Mr. Vance is tall and lanky, his lab coat splattered with stains, brown, red, green, probably just chemicals, but they look too dark, too thick. His glasses are smudged, making his eyes look cloudy, and his hair's thin, greasy, plastered to his scalp like he hasn't showered in days. He's stirring something in a beaker, the liquid bubbling green, letting off a sour, burnt hair smell that makes my nose burn. You're late, he says, his voice nasally, not looking up, his long fingers wrapped around a glass rod. Start the experiment on table 3. Instructions are there. I notice a bandage on his hand, blood seeping through, dark and sticky, like it's fresh. His knuckles are knobby, his skin pale, almost gray, like he's been locked in here too long. I nod, my throat dry as sandpaper, and head to the table, my backpack thumping against my leg, heavy with textbooks and a squashed energy bar. The instructions are scrawled on a stained sheet, the paper crinkled like it's been wet. Mix chemicals A and B. Observe reaction. Sounds easy, but the vials are unlabeled, their contents glowing faintly, blue, red, one even black, and the air feels heavy, like it's pressing on my chest, making it hard to breathe. I grab the vials, my hands sweaty, the glass so cold it stings. The lab's too quiet, except for the lights buzz and Mr. Vance's muttering, like he's talking to himself, or something else, his words too low to catch. I pour chemical A, a slimy blue liquid, into a beaker, and it hisses, steam rising in thick curls, smelling like burnt hair and something worse, like rotting meat. I add chemical B, thick and red, like blood straight from a vein, and the mixture boils, bubbling violently, splashing onto my hand. I yelp, the pain searing, like I've grabbed a hot pan, and my skin's red, blistering fast, the blisters swelling, pulsing like they've got heartbeats. I shake my hand, blood dripping, splattering the table, mixing with the spilled chemicals, and Mr. Vance laughs, low, Wet sound, like he's gargling syrup. "Keep going," he says, his eyes glinting behind his glasses, his mouth twisting into a smirk. "It likes you." My heart slamming against my ribs, and I stare at my hand. The blister's growing, splitting open, oozing a green slime that smells like the chemicals, thick and sticky, dripping onto my sneakers. I grab a rag from the table, its fabric crusty, and wipe my hand, but my skin feels wrong, too soft, like it's melting under my fingers. The instruction sheet's changed, the words now reading, "Feed the flesh." My breath catches, my chest tight, and I back away, my sneakers squeaking on the sticky floor. But the lab's shifting. The walls ripple, like skin stretching over bones. The jar specimens twitching, their eyes opening, glassy and staring right at me. I grab another vial, desperate to do something, anything, but it's filled with something solid, like a chunk of raw meat, pulsing against the glass, veins throbbing under its surface. I drop it, the vial shattering, the meat wriggling on the floor, growing, sprouting tendrils that snake toward my feet, wet and slimy, like worms fresh from a grave. I scream, my voice echoing off the walls, and bolt for the door. But it's locked, the handle slick with blood, mine, I think, though my hand still oozing green slime, dripping down my wrist. Mia's outside, her purple-streaked hair visible through the glass, banging on the door, yelling, "Open it! What's wrong?" Her voice is faint, like the lab's eating it, her shadow blurry through the fog glass. The tables are alive now, their surfaces pulsing like flesh, blood seeping from cracks in the wood, spelling my name in sticky, glistening red. Mr. Vance is closer, his lab coat gone, his arms covered in sores, oozing the same green slime, his skin splitting, revealing raw, wet muscle underneath, veins glowing like the chemicals. "You're part of it now," he says, his voice gurgling, his hand reaching, fingers stretching too long, webbed with slimy veins that pulse like they're alive. My body's betraying me. My arms itch, my skin peeling in strips, revealing raw flesh that pulses, green veins spreading like roots under my skin, bulging, burning. I claw at my arm, blood and slime splattering the floor, the pain like knives slicing deep, but the flesh grows back, thicker, wetter, smelling like the lab's chemicals. The walls close in, their surface warm, sticky, like I'm inside a giant stomach. Tendrils of flesh grabbing my legs, pulling me down, their grip cold and slimy, like dead fish. I kick, my sneakers tearing, my feet bleeding, my bones cracking under the pressure. The pain so bad I see stars. The specimens burst from their jars, slithering across the floor, their bodies slick, their eyes my eyes, their mouths gaping, saying my name in wet, choking voices. I feel my face change, my skin stretching, my jaw aching, teeth loosening, blood dripping down my chin as my gums split. I stumble back, tripping over a stool, its metal frame slick with blood, and crash into a table, beakers shattering, their contents burning my skin, more blisters forming, popping, oozing. Mr. Vance is above me, his face no longer human, his skin gone, his skull wet and red, his eyes glowing green, his mouth a gaping hole. "The lab needs you," he gurgles, his hand grabbing my arm, his fingers sinking into my flesh, merging with it, our skin fusing, green slime bubbling between us. I scream, thrashing, my other hand clawing at his face, my nails gone, just raw flesh, tearing at his eyes, blood and slime spraying. The lab's alive, the walls breathing, the floor sucking at my back, the air thick with the stench of blood, chemicals, and rot, my lungs burning, my vision fading. I hear Mia again, her voice closer, her fists pounding, the glass cracking. "Hold on," she screams, and I crawl toward the door, my legs heavy, my skin peeling, leaving bloody trails. The tendrils pull harder, wrapping my ankles, cutting deep, blood pooling. But I grab a broken beaker, its edge sharp, and slash at them. Green slime spurting, the tendrils shrieking like living things. I reach the door, my hand slipping, blood and slime everywhere, and it opens. Mia's there, her eyes wide, her face pale, pulling me out as the lab roars, the walls pulsing, the specimens slithering after me, their mouths snapping. I'm in the parking lot, gasping, the sun burning my raw skin, kids staring as they leave chess club, their whispers like static in my ears. My arms are bandaged. When did that happen? But they throb, green slime leaking through, staining my shirt. I bike home, the wind stinging my face, the labs gurgle in my ears, my name hissed like a curse. That night, I'm in my room, door locked, my lamp dim, shadows moving like they're alive. My skin's peeling again, veins glowing green, my fingers fusing, webbed like Mr. Vance's, my nails gone, just raw, oozing flesh. My mirror shows a stranger in my face, but my eyes are wrong, too green, my mouth too wide, teeth loose. I don't go back to the lab. I can't. But at night, when it's quiet, I hear it, my name, wet and hungry, waiting for my flesh to finish changing, to become something else, something the lab owns. Story 4, The Play's Curse. I'm standing backstage in Westview High's auditorium, the air thick with the smell of dusty curtains, old wood, and something sharp, like damp earth after a storm. It's a Thursday after school, and I'm stuck here for drama club because my guidance counselor said I need extracurriculars to boost my college apps. The auditorium's huge, a cavern of creaky seats, faded velvet curtains, and a stage that groans underfoot like it's alive. The overhead lights hum, their yellow glow weak, casting long shadows that twist across the scuffed floorboards, scarred from decades of sets being dragged around. My sneakers scuff the dust, my heart already racing because this place feels wrong. Kids whisper about the auditorium. Lights flicker, props move, and a play from the 70s, The Harvest King, got shut down after a kid died on stage. I roll my eyes at the stories, thinking it's just theater kids being dramatic. But when I see our director, Ms. Lorne, my stomach churns. Ms. Lorne's up front, her wiry frame draped in a long black shawl, her white hair wild, like she's been running her hands through it. She's flipping through a script, its pages yellowed, the cover stamped with a weird symbol, a circle of twisted branches, like a crown. "We're reviving the Harvest King," she says, her voice low, almost reverent, her eyes glinting under the stage lights. It's a folk tale, ritual play. You'll feel its power. Her fingers are stained, maybe ink, but the marks look too dark, too red, like dried blood under her nails. I notice the other kids, 10 of us, including Mia with her purple-streaked hair, shifting nervously, their sneakers squeaking, their whispers fading. Ms. Lore hands me a script, the paper cold, smelling like mildew and iron, and says, "You're the King's Herald. Memorize it." I nod, my throat tight, and glance at Mia, who's clutching her script like it's gonna bite her. We start rehearsal, the auditorium's silence heavy, broken only by the creak of the stage, and Ms. Lawrence sharp claps, like bones snapping. The script's weird, lines about a king who demands blood for a bountiful harvest, words in a language I don't know, all guttural and harsh, like choking on gravel. I read my part, my voice shaky, and the lights flicker, the hum growing louder, like angry bees. Mia's playing the sacrifice, her lines about offering her heart to the king, and when she speaks, her voice cracks, her face pale, like she's actually scared. The stage feels colder, the air thicker, and I notice scratches on the floorboards, deep and jagged, forming that same branch-crowned symbol from the script's cover. I tell myself it's just old damage, but my hands are sweaty, the script sticking to my fingers. Halfway through, Ms. Lawrence stops us, her eyes too bright, her shawl slipping to reveal a necklace of twisted twigs, like it's alive, pulsing against her skin. "Feel the stage," she says, her voice a hiss. "It's waking." She lights candles, when did she get those? And sets them in a circle around the stage, their flames low, spitting black smoke that smells like wet dirt and blood. The candle's wax drips red, pooling on the floor, and I swear it moves, creeping toward the scratches, filling them like veins. Mia grabs my arm, her nails digging in, whispering, "This isn't right. Let's ditch." But Ms. Lawrence watching, her lips curled, and the other kids are frozen, their eyes wide, like they're stuck in a trance. We keep reading, the words heavier, like they're pulling me down. My lines feel wrong, like I'm promising something I don't understand, and the stage shakes, a low rumble like a growl from deep underground. The curtains sway, though there's no breeze, and I hear whispers my name, hissed in that guttural language, coming from the seats, the rafters, the shadows. I drop my script, the pages scattering, and one lands open, my name scrawled in red, the ink wet, dripping onto the stage, mixing with the candle wax. My heart's pounding, and I back away, my sneakers slipping, but the stage is changing. The floorboards pulse like a heartbeat, the scratches glowing red, the symbol now a face, eyeless, its mouth gaping, dripping blood. Ms. Lawrence chanting now, not directing, her voice blending with the whispers, her hands raised, her necklace writhing, branches growing, piercing her skin, blood trickling down her neck. The candles flare, the flames green, the smoke choking, and the other kids are chanting too, their voices flat, their eyes empty, like they're not themselves. Mia's still with me, her hand cold, pulling me toward the wings, but the curtains grab us, their fabric alive, wrapping our arms, cutting like wire, blood welling up, hot and sticky. I scream, my voice raw and ripped free, my skin tearing, blood splattering the stage, the floor drinking it, the symbol's mouth widening, hungry, the auditorium's alive, the seats creaking like they're breathing, the rafters groaning, dropping dust and splinters. The lights explode, glass raining, plunging us into dark, except for the candle's green glow, lighting Ms. Lawrence's face. Her eyes gone, just black holes, her mouth stretched, teeth sharp like thorns. The king wakes. She gurgles, blood bubbling from her lips, her hands clawing the air, branches sprouting, coiling toward me. The stage splits, a crack opening, blood pooling, hands gray bony, with two long fingers, reaching up, grabbing my ankles, their nails slicing, blood streaming. Mia's screaming, her script gone, her hands bleeding, her purple hair matted with blood, and I pull her, my arms burning, toward the exit. But the doors are sealed, the handles hot, like they've been welded shut. I grab a prop sword, blunt but heavy, and swing at the branches, their wood splintering, sap oozing, thick and red, smelling like blood. The hands from the crack tighten, my bones creaking, and I slash, the blade sinking into gray flesh, green blood spurting, the hand shrieking, letting go. Mia's crying, her voice hoarse, and we run, dodging falling beams, the stage collapsing, blood flooding, ankle deep, warm and sticky, like we're wading through a slaughterhouse. The whispers are deafening, my name a chant, the king's voice deep, ancient, promising harvest for my blood. Ms. Lawrence gone, her body a mass of branches, rooted to the stage, her face the symbol's face, eyeless, screaming. I don't know how we escape, but we're in the parking lot, gasping, the sun blinding, my eyes stinging from blood and smoke. Kids stare, their band instruments clanging as they head to practice, whispering about the weird drama kids covered in red. My arms are bandaged when but they throb, blood and sap leaking through, staining my hoodie. Mia's shaking, her hands raw, her script somehow in her pocket, the pages blank except for her name, wet with blood. We bike home, the wind cutting my face, the king's whisper in my ears, my name hissed like a prayer. That night, I'm in my room, door locked, my lamp flickering, shadows moving like branches. The script's on my bed, though I left it at school, its pages open to my name, blood and sap dripping, soaking my sheets. My mirror shows scratches on my arms, forming the branch-crowned symbol, pulsing red. I don't go back to the auditorium. I can't. But at night, when it's quiet, I hear it, my name, deep and hungry, waiting for the king's harvest. Story 5, The Stars Gaze. I'm standing in Westview High's observatory, the air cold and stale, smelling like metal, dust, and something sour, like sweat left to fester. It's a Friday night, and I'm here for astronomy club because my science teacher, Ms. Carver, said it had bumped my grade after I tanked a quiz on constellations. The observatory is a squat, domed building behind the school, its walls cracked, the paint peeling like skin after a sunburn. Inside, it's a mess of old telescopes, star charts pinned to corkboards, and a massive dome ceiling that creaks when it opens, revealing the night sky. The floor's concrete, scuffed and stained, my sneakers echoing as I walk, my heart already thumping because this place feels off. Kids say the observatory is bad news. Telescopes show things that aren't stars. Whispers come from the dome, and a kid named Ethan vanished last year after staying late. I shrug it off as high school rumors, but when I see Ms. Carver fiddling with the main telescope, my skin prickles like I've touched a live wire. Ms. Carver's short, her lab coat too big, her brown hair tied in messy bun, stray strands sticking to her sweaty forehead. She's adjusting the telescope's lens, her hand shaking, her nails bitten raw, blood crusted at the cuticles. "Focus on Orion tonight," she says, her voice tight, not looking at me. "Log what you see." Her eyes dart to the dome, where the slit's opening, the gears grinding like teeth, letting in the cold night air and a sky full of stars that seem too bright, too close. I notice a notebook on her desk, its pages scribbled with weird symbols, spirals, eyes, lines that twist like veins, and a red stain smearing the cover, like she's been writing with bloody fingers. I gnawed my throat dry and head to a smaller telescope, my backpack thumping against my leg, stuffed with a notebook, a pen, and a squashed granola bar. The club small me, Mia with her purple-streaked hair, and two quiet kids, Jake and Sarah, who keep their heads down. Mia's at another telescope, her hoop earrings glinting, muttering about how creepy this place is. The dome's fully open now, the stars glaring, and I peer through my telescope, adjusting the focus, Orion's belt coming into view, sharp and cold. But something's wrong. The stars pulse, like they're breathing, their light shifting from white to red, then black, like voids sucking in the sky. My chest tightens, and I pull back, my breath foggy in the cold air, but Ms. Carver's voice snaps. "Keep looking." Her tone's sharp, almost desperate, and I notice her hands gripping the notebook, her knuckles white, blood dripping from her bitten nails onto the floor. I look again, the stars moving now, not twinkling but writhing, like worms under a microscope. My head throbs, a low hum building in my ears, like a radio stuck between stations, whispering my name in a voice that's not human, deep, wet, like it's coming from underwater. The telescope's lens feels warm, almost hot, and when I adjust it, the stars form a shape, an eye massive, its pupils slit like a cat's, staring straight at me. I gasp, stumbling back, my sneaker catching on a cable, nearly knocking the telescope over. Mia's at my side, her face pale, whispering, "You saw it too, didn't you?" Her hands are shaking, her telescope pointed at the same spot, and Jake and Sarah are frozen, their eyes wide, still staring through their lenses like they can't stop. Miss Carver's pacing now, muttering, "It's waking, it's time." Her notebook open, the symbols glowing faintly, like they're burned into the paper. The hum's louder, the dome vibrating, the stars brighter, their light flooding the room, red and pulsing, casting shadows that move like tentacles across the walls. I grab my notebook, my hands sweaty, and try to write what I see, but my pen leaks, the ink black and thick, pooling on the page, forming my name in jagged letters, dripping onto the floor. My heart's pounding, and I feel it, a tug, like something's pulling my mind, my thoughts spilling out, my fears flashing, failing school, my mom yelling, Mia ditching me, being alone forever. The stars know, their eye in the sky unblinking, peeling me open like a book. The air's thicker, heavy with a stench like rotting fish and copper, and my skin itches, like bugs are crawling underneath. I scratch my arm, and blood wells up, black and oily, oozing from tiny slits that weren't there before, like eyes opening in my skin. I scream, my voice echoing, and Mia grabs me, her hands cold, her own arms bleeding, the same black slit spreading, her eyes wide with panic. Miss Carver's laughing a high, broken sound. Her notebook on the floor, its pages tearing, the symbols floating, glowing red, circling her like fireflies. "They see you," she says, her voice cracking, her face changing, her eyes sinking, her mouth stretching, teeth falling out, blood pouring, her skin splitting, revealing something wet and black, like the sky itself leaking through her. The telescopes move on their own, their lenses turning, focusing on us, their metal creaking like bones. The star's light burns now, searing my skin, blisters forming, popping, oozing black, the slits in my arms widening, blinking, watching me back. Jake and Sarah are gone when the telescope's dripping blood, their notebooks open, their names scrawled in black, pages soaked. The dome's closing, the gear screaming, but the stars are inside now, their light pooling on the floor, forming shapes, limbs, eyes, mouths, all wrong. Too many, moving toward us. Mia's screaming, her hair matted with blood, her hands clawing at her face, black slits opening across her cheeks, her eyes bulging, like they're gonna burst. I run for the door, my sneakers slipping in blood, mine, Mia's, I don't know. The floor slick, the stench choking me. The door's locked, the handle cold, sticky, like it's coated in tar. Mia's behind me, her voice hoarse, "Help me." But the shapes are closer, their limbs slithering, their mouths whispering my name, their eyes the same as the skies, unblinking, hungry. I grab a telescope, heavy and cold, and swing it, smashing a shape, its body bursting, black blood spraying, smelling like the stars, burning my skin. Miss Carver's on the floor, her body a mass of slits, black ooze pouring, her voice still chanting. They see, they know, they take. The dome cracks, the sky visible, the eye bigger, filling the night, its pupil pulsing, pulling me, my mind unraveling, my fear spilling, my body breaking. My arms are splitting, the slits gaping, black tendrils spilling out, wrapping my hands, my fingers fusing, my skin peeling, blood and ooze soaking my hoodie. Mia's beside me, her face half gone, slits everywhere, her voice a gurgle, but she grabs a fire extinguisher, spraying foam, the shapes hissing, retreating. We slam against the door, my hands raw, blood and black dripping, and it gives, bursting open, the cold night air hitting us like a slap. We're in the school's field, gasping, the stars still watching, their light dimmer but alive. Their hum in my ears, my name a chant. Kids stare, their soccer balls forgotten, whispering about the crazy astronomy kids covered in blood. My arms are bandaged but they throb, black ooze leaking, staining my sleeves. I bike home, the wind biting, the stars gaze on my back, my name whispered in the dark. That night, I'm in my room, door locked, my lamp flickering, shadows moving like tendrils. My notebook's on my bed, though I left it at school, its pages open to my name, black ink dripping, soaking my sheets. My mirror shows my arms, the slits still there, blinking, watching. I don't go back to the observatory. I can't. But at night, when it's quiet, I hear it, my name, cold and vast, waiting for the stars to claim me. Story 6. The Cafeteria's Hunger. I'm standing in Westview High's cafeteria, the air thick with the stench of overcooked meat, greasy fries, and something rancid, like milk gone sour. It's a Monday at lunch, and I'm here because I forgot my lunch at home, so I'm stuck with whatever slop the school's serving. The cafeteria's a loud, sweaty mess. Long tables crammed with kids, the trays clattering, voices bouncing off the tiled walls. The fluorescent lights buzz, their glare reflecting off the sticky linoleum floor, patched with stains that never come out. My sneakers squeak as I shuffle through the line, my heart uneasy because this place always feels wrong. Kids whisper about the cafeteria, food that moves, trays that bleed, and a kid who got sick last year after eating the meatloaf and hasn't been right since. I scoff at the rumors, thinking it's just bad cooking, but when I see the lunch lady, Mrs. Gregg, my stomach twists. Mrs. Gregg's behind the counter, her apron stained with grease and red splotches, her hairnet tight over gray curls, her face sweaty and pale. She's scooping something lumpy onto trays, her hands meaty, knuckles cracked, nails yellow like old teeth. "Eat up," she grunts, her voice gravelly, her eyes dull, like she's half asleep. The food looks wrong. Meatloaf that's too pink, gravy that bubbles like it's alive, mashed potatoes with dark veins running through them. I grab a tray, my hands clammy, and slide it along, avoiding her gaze. But I notice her arm. There's a cut, deep and raw, oozing something thick and green, not blood. I swallow hard, mutter thanks, and head to a table where Mia's sitting, her purple streaked hair bright against the dull room, her tray untouched. I sit, my tray clinking, the food jiggling, and Mia leans in, whispering, "Don't eat it. It smells like death." She's right. The meatloaf stench is sharp, like rotting flesh, and when I poke it with my fork, it twitches, a tiny jerk that makes my skin crawl. I laugh it off, nervous, but the cafeteria's noise fades, the lights dimming, the buzz louder, like a swarm of flies. The other kids are eating, their forks scraping, their mouths chewing, but their eyes are wrong, glassy, empty, like they're not here. Mrs. Gragg's watching from the counter, her lips curled, her cut oozing more green, dripping into a pan of gravy that hisses when it hits. My heart's racing, and I push my tray away. But the meatloaf moves again, splitting open, revealing teeth, small, sharp, human, gnashing at the air. I yelp, shoving my chair back, the screech echoing, and Mia's on her feet, her tray knocked over, gravy splattering, bubbling on the table like acid. The other kids don't react. They're chewing louder, wet and sloppy, the trays bleeding, red pooling, soaking their hands. The meatloaf lunges, its teeth snapping, and I swing my backpack, smashing it. The food bursting, green ooze spraying, smelling like decay, burning my skin where it lands. The cafeteria changes, the walls pulse like flesh, the tiles cracking, blood seeping, forming my name in sticky letters. Mrs. Gragg's laughing a wet, gurgling sound, her apron off, her arms covered in cuts, green ooze pouring, her mouth stretching, teeth growing like the meatloaf's. The food's alive now, trays writhing, potatoes sprouting tendrils, gravy forming eyes, rolls splitting into mouths, all snapping, hungry. Kids scream, some still eating, their faces tearing, blood and green mixing, their hands fusing to their trays, skin melting like wax. Mia grabs my arm, her nails digging, her face pale, and we run, dodging tables, food lunging, tendrils wrapping ankles, pulling kids down. Their screams cut short as mouths swallow them whole. The doors are locked, the handles slick with blood, the glass fogged, shapes moving outside, more food, or something worse. I grab a tray, using it like a shield, food slamming against it, teeth scraping, green ooze dripping, burning my fingers. Mrs. Gragg's closer, her body swelling, cuts splitting, green tendrils spilling, her eyes gone, just holes oozing, her mouth a gaping maw. "Feed it," she gurgles, her hands reaching, fingers fusing, like the kids. The cafeteria's a stomach, walls contracting, blood raining, the floor sucking at my sneakers, tendrils burrowing into my legs, hot and sharp, blood welling up. I scream, swinging the tray, smashing her hand, green spraying, but my skin's changing, cuts opening, green ooze leaking, my fingers sticking, like they're melting together. Mia's got a fire extinguisher, spraying foam, food shrieking, retreating, and we slam the door, my hands raw, blood and green dripping, breaking through. We're in a parking lot gasping, the sun blinding, kids staring, their gym bags dropped, whispering about the cafeteria freaks covered in blood. My legs are bandaged but they throb, green leaking, staining my jeans. Mia's shaking, her hands raw, a chunk of meatloaf stuck to her shoe, teeth still snapping. We bike home, the wind stinging, the cafeteria's gurgle in my ears, my name hissed like a meal. That night, I'm in my room, door locked, my lamp flickering, shadows moving like tendrils. My tray's on my bed, though I left it at school, food writhing, my name carved in green ooze. My mirror shows cuts on my legs, oozing, pulsing. I don't go back to the cafeteria. I can't. But at night, when it's quiet, I hear it, my name, wet and hungry, waiting for me to feed it. Story 7, The Digital Trap. I'm sitting in Westview High's computer lab. The air cold and dry, smelling like burnt plastic and ozone, like the machines are working too hard. It's a Tuesday after school, and I'm here for detention because I hacked the school's grading system to fix my math score. Didn't work, got caught. The lab's a dim, sterile room, rows of ancient PCs, the screens flickering, keyboards sticky from years of Cheeto-dusted fingers. The fluorescent lights hum, their light harsh, casting my shadow across the scuffed linoleum floor, warped like it's melting. My sneakers tap nervously, my heart uneasy because this place feels creepy. Kids talk about the lab, screens that show your face when they're off, keyboards typing on their own, and a kid who got detention last semester and came out babbling about code in his blood. I laugh it off, thinking it's nerdy ghost stories, but when I see Mr. Holt, the IT teacher, my skin crawls. Mr. Holt's at the front, his glasses reflecting the screens, his bald head shiny under the lights, his fingers tapping a keyboard, the clicks sharp, like bones snapping. "Work on your essay," he says, his voice flat, not looking up. No internet, no games. His hands are pale, veins bulging, and I notice a cut on his wrist, leaking something dark, not blood, but black, like ink, pooling on his desk. I nod, my throat tight, and log into my assigned PC. The screen's slow, the login prompt glitching. My name already typed, pulsing red. I glance at Mia, next to me, her purple-streaked hair glowing under the monitor's light, her fingers hovering, like she's scared to touch the keys. I start typing, the keyboard stiff, the clicks loud, but the screen's acting weird. My words twist, forming sentences I didn't write. "I know what you did." My heart skips, and I hit delete, but the text reappears, faster, my name scrolling, red and dripping, like blood on the screen. The hum's louder, the lights flickering, and Mia's screen's the same, her face pale, her name looping, her eyes wide. The other kids, 5 of us in detention, are frozen, their screens bleeding red, their fingers typing, even though some aren't moving, like the keyboards are pulling their hands. Mr. Holt standing now, his glasses off, his eyes black like the screens, his cut oozing ink, dripping onto the floor, forming my name. The screens change, showing me, not a reflection, but a video, my face screaming, my eyes bleeding, my hands clawing at my cheeks, black ink pouring from my mouth. I shove back, my chair screeching, but the keyboard's typing, my fingers stuck, ink seeping from my nails, burning like acid. Mia screaming, her screen showing her, her face melting, ink flooding her eyes, her hands fusing to the keys, skin tearing, blood and ink mixing. The lab's shifting, the walls glitch like bad pixels, the floor pulsing, ink pooling, sticky and warm, sucking at my sneakers. Mr. Holt's laughing, his voice static, his body jerking, like a lagging video, his face on every screen, his mouth stretching, ink gushing, forming words. "Your code now." The PC spark, screens cracking, ink spraying, burning my arms, slits opening, black tendrils writhing, burrowing into my skin, my veins glowing red like wires. Kids are gone when the chair's empty, their screens showing their faces, trapped, screaming, their eyes my eyes, begging. Mia's fighting, smashing her keyboard, blood and ink splattering, but her hands are glitching, pixels falling, like she's dissolving. I grab a monitor, heavy and hot, and swing it, smashing Mr. Holt's face, ink bursting, his body collapsing, but the screens scream, my name a digital wail, tendrils pulling me, my skin tearing, ink flooding my mouth, choking me. The lab's a void, walls gone, just screens, infinite, my face everywhere, my fears playing, failing alone, my mom hating me, Mia gone. My body's breaking, slits widening, tendrils wrapping my heart, squeezing, ink in my blood, my vision glitching, red and black. Mia's got a power strip, yanking cords, sparks flying, screens dimming, tendrils loosening. We crawl to the door, my hands raw, ink and blood dripping. The handle hot, but it opens. The hall's light blinding, the static fading. We're in the parking lot, gasping, kids staring, their skateboards clattering, whispering about the hacker kids covered in ink. My arms are bandaged but they throb, ink leaking, staining my hoodie. I bike home, the wind sharp, the screen static in my ears, my name glitching. That night, I'm in my room, door locked, my lamp flickering, shadows like pixels. My laptop's on, though I didn't touch it. My name on the screen, ink dripping onto my desk. My mirror shows slits on my arms, glowing red, blinking like cursors. I don't go back to the lab. I can't. But at night, when it's quiet, I hear it, my name, digital and cold, waiting to rewrite me. Story 8, The Boiler Room's Loop. I'm standing in Westview High's basement boiler room. The air hot and damp, smelling like rust, mold, and something sharp, like blood on metal. It's a Wednesday after school, and I'm here because the janitor, Mr. Krebs, caught me skipping gym and dragged me down to help move boxes as punishment. The boiler room's a maze of rusted pipes, flickering bulbs, and a massive furnace that rumbles like a sleeping beast, its red glow painting the walls. The concrete floor's cracked, wet, my sneakers slipping, my heart pounding because this place is creepy as hell. Kids say the boiler room's cursed, pipes whisper, shadows move, and a kid who went down last year never came back, just left a scream nobody could trace. I brush it off as urban legend, but when I see Mr. Krebs, my blood runs cold. Mr. Krebs is hunched by the furnace, his coveralls stained with grease and red, his face shadowed, his hands gripping a wrench, knuckles white. "Move those boxes," he growls, his voice low, like the furnace's rumble, his eyes glinting, too red, like they're reflecting the fire. His arm scarred, cuts old and new, some oozing blood dripping onto the floor, hissing when it hits the hot pipes. I nod, my throat dry, and grab a box, heavy and damp, the cardboard splitting, revealing papers scrawled with my name, red and wet, like fresh blood. I drop it, my hand shaking, and Mia's there. When did she get here? Her purple-streaked hair damp, her face pale, holding a flashlight, its beam shaky. The furnace roars, the pipes clanging, the air thicker, the heat choking, sweat stinging my eyes. I move another box, but the room shifts, the walls closer, the pipes twisting, like veins, blood seeping, pooling, my name forming in the cracks. Mr. Krebs is muttering, words I don't know, his wrench tapping, the rhythm like a heartbeat, his scars glowing, blood flowing, soaking his coveralls. The papers from the box are everywhere, my name on every sheet, the ink moving, dripping, burning my fingers when I touch them. Mia's flashlight dims, her voice cracking. "We gotta go." But the door's gone, the wall solid, the pipes wrapping it, pulsing, hot and slick. The furnace opens, a maw of fire, hands reaching, charred, bony, nails like claws, grabbing my arm, burning, my skin blistering, blood boiling, oozing red and black. I scream, pulling free, my flesh tearing, blood splattering, the hands shrieking, retreating. Mr. Krebs is closer, his face splitting, scars widening, blood pouring, his eyes fire, his mouth chanting my name, the furnace's voice. The pipes burst, blood spraying, scalding, the room a heart, beating, crushing, my chest tight, my vision blurring. Mia swinging her flashlight, smashing pipes, blood gushing, but her arms burning, skin peeling, her screams mixing with mine. I run, slipping, blood ankle deep, the furnace pulling, hands grabbing, my legs slashed, bones cracking, pain like fire. I reach a pipe, cold somehow, and climb, my hands raw, blood and blisters bursting. Mia behind me, her face half burned, eyes wide. The furnace roars, the room shakes, walls closing, and I fall, the hands catching me, claws sinking, my blood feeding the fire, my name a scream. I die, the pain endless, my body ash, but I'm back, standing in the boiler room, Mr. Krebs growling, the boxes waiting, my name on the papers, the loop starting again. I relive it, claws, blood, fire. Each time worse, my skin gone, my bones breaking, Mia screams fading, her body ash, but she's back too, her eyes hollow, knowing we're trapped. I try fighting, hiding, running, but the furnace finds me. The pipes choke me. My name burns me. The 100th loop. I grab a wrench, smash Mr. Krebs, his face collapsing, blood and fire bursting, the furnace screaming, the loop stuttering. Mia's with me, her hands charred. We break the door, blood flooding, the hall's light blinding, the furnace's roar fading. We're in the parking lot, gasping, kids staring, their bikes clattering, whispering about the basement kids covered in blood. My body's bandaged but it burns, scars pulsing, my name etched in my skin. Mia's shaking, her arm ash black, her flashlight gone, my name on her wrist, red and raw. We bike home, the wind scorching, the furnaces chant in my ears, my name a loop. That night, I'm in my room, door locked, my lamp flickering, shadows like pipes, a paper's on my bed, my name bleeding, the furnaces glow in my mirror, my scars burning. I don't go back to the boiler room. I can't. But at night, when it's quiet, I hear it, my name, hot and eternal, waiting for the loop to restart.